Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric, and we're going to play Game 2 tonight of a series between the Red Sox and the Texas Rangers from the 1978 season, using Strat-o-matic baseball, of course. It's going to be Louis Tiant on the mound against John Matlack. The Red Sox currently 2.5 games out of first place in the American League East with a record of 59 and 39. This is game number 99 of the season. So they're 4 games currently behind their pace. And let's check out. Actually, we'll do the national anthem. We'll check out and see where they fare. Here we go.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty, what I meant to say when I got tongue twisted was I wanted to check out and see how they did in the actual game compared to what they did in the here we go again in the replay here. So let's see, which we don't know the results of yet. If we could ever get it to load here. We are uploading the other game, so that's probably why it's a little bit slower here. But it's a game from today's game is from Thursday, July 27th. And after this series, they'll be returning home to face the Kansas City Royals, who they had some issues with in Kansas City. I think they lost 2 out of 3 there. So we will see how they fare in this series. And we're still not loading. But anyway, we'll get this underway, and then we'll get back to that. So John Matlack on the mound for the Rangers. He's got a record of 9-4 with a 2.63 ERA. Miss Maggs is in the co-host seat, as you can see. Mr. Brody is right behind me. I think maybe Mr. Brody might want to be the main host, as he's right behind me here. Anyway, 154 innings pitched, 143 hits allowed, 31 walks and 97 strikeouts, has allowed 8 home runs. So the Red Sox lineup, looks like we got some changes in this lineup. At least one change that I can see. 2 changes. So Jerry Remy, the second baseman, bats first. Fred Lynn's going to get the day off after having a huge day in Game 1 of the series. Looks like Sam Bowen's going to get a start in center. Jim Rice, is in left field in Game 3, bats third. Carlton Fisk is batting cleanup. And behind the plate, looks like Yastrzemski's got the day off. So Yastrzemski and Lynn both have the day off. Batting fifth is Butch Hobson, the third baseman. Batting sixth, the DH today is Bob Bailey, and it's against a lefty, so I can see why Bob Bailey is in there. Dwight Evans, the right fielder, bats seventh. Fred Kendall is the first baseman, batting eighth. And Frank Duffy, the shortstop, bats ninth. So a very susceptible Red Sox lineup here. Not very good. We'll see how they fare. See if they can pull off a victory here and win their 4th game in a row. It's going to be tough with this lineup, but if anybody can do it, we can do it. So I'm going to have to need Miss Maggs and Mr. Brody's full attention here, managing in order to pull that one off. Because it looks like the Texas Rangers have all their regulars out there, so we'll see what we can do. And Matlack, not an easy pitcher to do that with. Probably their best pitcher in 1978 for the Rangers. Alrighty. So Jerry Remy up first. Comes in hitting 310 with 2 homers and 33 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch by Matlack. It's going to be off the 6th column. And that's going to be a ground ball to Campaneris at short. Gets in front of it. And makes the play over to Hargrove for out number 1. All right, that'll bring up Sam Bowen getting a start in center field today. Not much of a hitter. He only had 7 at-bats. Excuse me. 7 at-bats on the season. He's already had 6 so far in this replay, so this is probably going to be his only start. Hitting just 167. So 1 hit and 6 at-bats. As you can see, that much going on his card. It's going to be off of Matlack's card, which is good. And that's going to be a base hit. So Bowen gets himself a rare base hit. Jim Rice up now with 1 down. Rice comes in hitting .319 with 28 homers and 84 runs batted in. And Rice is going to have himself a single up the middle. Bowen will be held at second. 1 to 10 chance. So runners on first and second for Colin Fisk, the cleanup hitter today. Fisk hitting .311 with 13 homers and 54 runs batted in. And Fisk is going to get a good one to hit off Matlack. They definitely have to take advantage of this. And they cannot as he lines out to Campaneris. So to bring up Butch Hobson, see if he can get the Red Sox on the board. Hobson hitting .288 with 9 homers and 37 runs batted in. And it's going to be a range check on Matlack. Matlack is a 3 range. So 1 to 3 will be a hit. And just gets in front of it. But is going to boot it. And rolls up his arm. So that'll load the bases for Bob Bailey. The man you want up in the clutch. Not really. So let's see if Bob Bailey can get it done. It's going to be off his 1 column. And he cannot as he grounds out. So Bob Bailey grounds out with the bases loaded. And the Red Sox load the bases but cannot score. So we'll head to the bottom of the first with the Red Sox nothing. Texas coming up. Texas will send up Hargrove at first. He'll bat first. Juan Beniquez, the center fielder, bats second. Jim Sundberg behind the plate bats third. Al Oliver is a left fielder batting cleanup. Bobby Bonds, the right fielder, bats fifth. Batting sixth in the lineup again today. He homered it in yesterday's game. Gary Gray, he's the DH. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Kurt Bavacqua. Batting eighth, Bump Wills, the second baseman. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Bert Campaneris. So Tiant comes in with a 7-5 record, 4.71 ERA, 107 innings pitched, 111 hits allowed. He's been better as of late. At least I think he has. Let's check out his stats lately. Yeah, he's been better. He's got 3 victories in his last three outings. So he's definitely been much better. He's only allowed 3 runs in his last start and 2 runs in the previous 2 starts, and had a no decision in the start before that. And before that, he had lost 3 in a row. So very streaky for Tiant this year. But he does have 3 wins in a row, trying to get his 4th in a row. So Hargrove steps in, hitting .261 with 5 homers and 34 runs batted in. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Bowen sizes it up and makes the catch for out number 1. Juan Beniquez up now. Benitez comes in hitting .263 with 7 homers and 32 runs batted in. And he'll ground out to Duffy. Fires over to Kendall at first. And 2 are gone in the Ranger first. So Jim Sundberg. Sundberg hitting .263 with 6 homers and 42 runs batted in. Already has as many home runs as he did in the entire season already. And approximately 200 less at bats. It's grounded to the third. Hobson's up with it. Fires over to first. And he's out by a step. So nothing doing the first for either team. So we'll head to the second with Evans, Kendall, and Duffy up. Evans hitting .278 with 16 homers and 61 runs batted in. And he'll hit a fly ball down the line, and it's going to hook foul out of play. Gets back in the box. And this time he'll ground one to Willis. Grabs a grounder and throws the first. So 1 gone in the Red Sox second. Brings up Fred Kendall. Kendall hitting .231 with 3 runs batted in. And he'll ground out to Willis also. Makes the play for out number 2. Frank Duffy up now, the number 9 hitter. Duffy hitting .253 with 13 runs batted in. And Duffy's going to hit one between Benitez and Oliver. It's going to go all the way to the wall. And he'll be on with a double. So a 2-out double for Duffy. So Remy with an opportunity to put the Red Sox on the board. He grounded out his first time up. And they're going to put Remy on to get to Bowen. Probably a smart move. So Bowen with the RB opportunity. And he will ground out to Hargrove, who trots to the bag for out number 3. So smart move there, putting Remy on to face Bowen. And Boston does not score in the second. So after 1.5, no score. Let's look at some scores here. Baltimore is beating Detroit 6-2. California on top of Milwaukee 2-0. Cleveland and the Yankees are scoreless as Miss Maggs comes in. I don't know if you can hear her in the background. She's playing with her mouse, so she's making her weird sounds. Kansas City slipping by Seattle 2-0. Toronto in front of Minnesota 3-0. So here's Al Oliver to lead it off for the Rangers here in the bottom of the second. Oliver hitting .334 with 8 homers and 41 runs batted in. And he'll get a base hit up the middle, just out of the reach of Remy. So leadoff runner on for Texas here in the second. Brings up Bobby Bonds. Bonds a .273 hitter on the season with 15 homers and 57 runs batted in. And Tiant gets him. Looks like he went around. So Bonds is down on a punch out. Tiant's first K of the game. So it brings up Gary Gray. Gray homered in yesterday's game, hitting .174 with a homer and 2 runs batted in. And Oliver doesn't seem to be getting a good lead off of Tiant. And Gray is going to fly out to Rice and left. Reaches up and makes the catch. Pavako up now. 2-2 down and runner on first. Pavako 291 with 4 homers and 13. Is going to fly out to Bowen. So no score after 2. Rice will lead it off for the Red Sox in the third. He singled back in the first. And he'll pop it up. Hargrove's under it and makes the catch. Carlton Fisk up now. Fisk 0 for 1. And he grounds out to Campaneris. So 2 quick outs in the Red Sox third. Brings up Hobson, reached on an error by Matlack. And this time he'll get a base hit. So 2-out base hit for Hobson. Brings up Bob Bailey, who grounded out with the bases loaded his first time up. And Bob Bailey gets the skinny single. Only had a roll of a 1 on a D20, and he gets it. So Bob Bailey with the clutch hit there. So if Evans can get a hit here, the Red Sox can get on the board, possibly. And it's going Evans grounded out his first time up. And Evans is not able to get the split roll as he flies out, pops out to Campaneris. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the third. So Tiant will face Wills, Campaneris, and then top of the order Hargrove. Still no score. And that Wills gives this one a ride. And it's out of here. So Bump Wills with a leadoff home run here to start the third. Puts the Rangers on the board. So he hits the rare 2 split. And the Rangers are on the board first. Campaneris, 221 with a homer and 19 runs batted. And he's going to pop up to his counterpart, Duffy, who makes the catch for the first out of the third. Top of the order, Hargrove up now. Flew out his first time up. And he's going to fly out to Bowen. Camps under it, makes the catch. That brings up Juan Beniquez. Grounded out his first time up. Corner's playing in against Beniquez. Grounds one back to Tiant. Throws to first and gets him. So that's it for the Rangers in the third, but they do score on the solo home run by Bump Wills. And after 3 full, they lead at 1-0. So Fred Kendall will lead it off for the Red Sox here in the fourth. Kendall grounded out in the second. And Kendall's going to hit one down the line into the left field corner. Kicks around. And he's going to end up at second with a leadoff double. So Red Kendall with a rare extra base hit. Brings up Duffy, who also doubled his first time up. And he'll pop up to second this time. Wills is under it, makes the catch. Kendall has the hold. So that'll bring up Remdog, Jerry Remy. Grounded out in the first and was intentionally walked in the second. And this time he will fly out to Beniquez in center. So 2 down now for Bowen. Bowen 1 for 2 on the day. And Bowen with a chance to get his second base hit and drive in a run here. Let's see what he can do. And he will. Bowen is going to line a single down the line. Oh boy. Jim Rice up next, but 60% chance. Yeah, we can't send Kendall. He's slow as molasses. So it'll be runners at the corners for Rice. Rice 1 for 2 with a single. And Rice is going to get a good one to hit here. Let's see what he can do with it. And Rice is going to make him pay as this one is straight over the plate. Rice gives this one a ride, and he's going to hit one out for a 3-run homer and his 29th home run of the season. 3 runs batted in. So the Red Sox take a 3-1 lead. So thankfully we held Kendall at third, and Rice was able to make him pay. So 3-1 Red Sox lead now. And Fisk, swing and a miss. And I'll do it for the Red Sox, but Jim Rice hits a 3-run homer and gives the Red Sox a 3-1 lead. So Tiant with his first lead. He'll face the top of the order. Actually, not top of the order, but 3, 4, and 5 hitters in Sundberg, Oliver, and Bonds. Strikes him out for out number 1. Check out the scores if you like over here. We'll check out a couple of them. But we'll check out all of them. Baltimore winning over Detroit 8-2. California all over Milwaukee. That's good news. So if the score remains the same, the Red Sox can pull. They're within 1.5 of the Brewers. Yankees on top of Cleveland 2-0. I think the Yankees are playing a doubleheader today. Oakland, Chicago scoreless. Kansas City slipping by Seattle 2-0. Toronto in front of Minnesota 3-0. And here's Boston 3 and Texas 1. So Oliver singled his first time up. Comes up to the plate. And he's going to get a base hit. So 1-out single for Oliver. Bobby Bonds up now. And he's going to fly out to center. So 2 gone in the Texas fourth, down 3-1. Runner on first. And Gray is going to get a good one to hit here. Let's see what he does with it. And Gray is going to have himself a single up the middle. Oliver holds at second. So it brings up Bravaco, or the runner at first and second and 2 down. And Tiant gets a called third strike. A big strike out there for Tiant. And Texas does no damage. So ahead to the top of the fifth, with the Red Sox up 3-1. Matlack up to 64 pitches through 4 innings. And it's going to be just inside to Hobson, and he'll draw a leadoff walk. Bob Bailey 1 for 2 today. And Bailey will draw a walk. So Bailey on for the second time today, so that's a banner day for Bob Bailey. So the first 2 runners on for the Red Sox. Dwight Evans, looking for his first hit of the day, will come to the plate. And he'll draw a walk. So Matlack a little wild this inning. He's issued 2 walks already. So that will load the bases for Fred Kendall. Actually, hold on, that is... Is that going to be 3 walks this inning? Actually, I think it is. Yeah, it's going to be a walk to Hobson, a walk to Bailey, and a walk to Evans. So he walks the bases loaded. So Fred Kendall is up now with the bases loaded and nobody out. He's 1 for 2, doubled his last time up. And this time he'll line up to Campaneris. So 1 gone in the Red Sox fourth. Red Sox got to do something with this. And they might not be able to. Ground ball range check on Hargrove. Hargrove gets in front of it. Let's see what he does with it. Oh, it's going to go through for a hit. Oh, the infield was playing in, so that will go through. So Red Sox benefited from the infield playing in. And 2 runs are going to come in. Hobson scores, Bailey scores, and Evans will take third. So a 2-run single by Duffy through the drawn-in infield. The Red Sox lead is increased to 5-1 now. Remy up now. He's going to do a range check on Wills here. And that's going to go through for a base hit. So Evans will come around the score. Let's see what Duffy does. Actually, no. Wills is able to get it, but not throw out Remy in time. So Evans comes in to score on the infield single by Remy, RBI single. Red Sox lead now 6-1. So Red Sox doing an awesome job with this makeshift lineup. And Umberger's going to come in today. He pitched in yesterday's game. So he'll be on to face Bowen, who is having a career day today. 2 for 3 with a run scored. Average all the way up to 333. Still only 1 out. Oh my goodness. And that's going to be a deep fly ball, but Oliver is there at the track and hauls it in. So Bowen's with a home run bid there. But Oliver is able to make the catch. Duffy holds at second. So Jim Rice already has a 3-run homer today. Let's see if what he can do here with the runners on first and second. And he gets hit by a pitch. As Rice drops like a rock. But he got a piece of his cap, so they'll say that. So that will load the bases for Fisk. The Red Sox have an opportunity to blow it wide open here. Already 3 runs in. And Fisk is going to fly out to Oliver and left. But the Red Sox put up another 3 spot. And now lead at 6-1 halfway through. So Wills will lead it off. Responsible for the only Texas run with a solo home run back in the 3rd. This time he'll give it a ride, but it'll stay in the ballpark as Bowen makes the catch. So 1 gone in the Texas 5th. Campaneris up now. Campaneris popped out his first time up. And he's going to ground one to Duffy, which is always an adventure. And that'll go through for a base hit. And actually, he's going to field it and throw it away, it looks like. Diving stop, throws it away. So it's going to be a base hit and an error on the throw. So Campaneris will be in scoring position with one down. So top of the order, Hargrove up now. Hargrove is flown out twice. And this time he'll pop out to Remy. Remy makes the easy catch. So Benitez up with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. He's grounded out twice. And this time he'll fly out to Bowen in center to end the inning. So after 5 full, the Red Sox lead by 5. Umberger back out for his second inning of work. Hops into the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Bounces one to Campaneris. Into the hole, stopped in Campaneris. Starts to throw, but stops, so he decides not to throw it away. Probably a good decision. So Hobson's on with an infield single. That brings up Bob Bailey. He's having a career day, at least for 1978 he is, as he's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Oh my goodness, and Bob Bailey almost hits a home run here. But instead, Oliver is going to make the catch. Oh, wait, it's still a possibility. No! Benitez robs Bailey of a home run. It's not often that's going to happen for Bailey, and Benitez is able to rob him. As his jumping ability is great, so if his jumping ability wasn't great, that could have been a home run for Bob Bailey. That would have been a career day, definitely for Bob Bailey. Probably for most of his career. Though he was a pretty good player earlier on in his career. So Evans up now with a runner on first and 1 down. And Evans strikes out swinging. Fred Kendall up now, 1 for 3 with a double. And he's going to ground out to Campaneris. Grabs it, throws the first, and gets him. So the score remains 6-1 after 5.5. Tiant back out there, 79 pitches through 5 innings. Cruising right along. Sundberg's 0 for 2. Now he's 0 for 3 as he flies out to Bowen. Al Oliver has been up twice and he's singled twice. Possibility of 3 straight singles here. And he will. Oliver 3 for 3 now. As that one goes out of play. Don't know really why they do that because you see the result here, so there's no sense in trying to trick you by that. If they didn't show the result, then maybe that would be kind of cool, as you think it might be. But, you know, it's just, I don't know. Just kind of doesn't make a lot of sense. I know what they're trying to do, but when you already see the results, it's kind of anticlimactic. So Bobby Bonds up now after the single by Oliver. It's going to be a ground ball to Hobson. Fires to Remy for 1, back to first. And they turn 2. So Texas done in the 6th. And we'll head to the 7th with the Red Sox still up by 5. Umberger back out for his 3rd inning of work. He's pretty much shut the door on the Red Sox since he's come in. Duffy will fly out. Now 2 for 4. Had an RBI 2-run single his last time up. So here comes Remy now. Remy 1 for 3 with an RBI. And he'll ground out to Hargrove for out number 2. Sam Bowen having a good day. He's got a couple of singles. 2 for 4 with a run scored. And he's going to fly out to Oliver. More of a line out. So that's it for the Red Sox on top of the 7th. Let's hear the trivia question now, brought to you by Mr. Brody and Miss Mags. Who was the first Cy Young Award winner in 1956? Now, they only gave out one, I think, back then. I'm going to go with... I think he was pitching in 19... Don Drysdale, maybe? Not sure if that was before his time. I don't think it was. It's either going to be that or it's going to be the guy, an Indian from the Cleveland Indians. So I'm going to go with Don Drysdale. Let's see who it is. Don Newcomb. Oh, I was right. Well, I knew it was a Don. Alright, so Don Newcomb won 27 games for the Dodgers and won the Cy Young Award. The first one in 1956. So thank you, Mr. Brody and Miss Mags, for that trivia question. As we head to the bottom of the 7th with Texas down by 5. Gray up now. He's 1 for 2 on the day. And that's going to be a base hit. So Gray is on with his second hit of the... Oh, actually, it's not going to be a base hit. Sorry. Remy charges it. I wasn't half looking at it. So Bravacqua up now, 0 for 2 on the day. And Remy scoops it up, fires the first for out number 2. Corner's going to play in for Wills, who's 1 for 2 with a homer. And Wills will get a good one to hit here. And Wills is going to have his second hit of the day. This one's going to be a double. As Bowen gets it and throws it back in. So Wills with a 2-out double. Brings up Campaneris 0 for 2. Actually 1 for 2. Reached on a single. His last time up. And this time he'll line out to Duffy to retire the side. It looks like we have a... Trying to load the page here for our baseball reference, but doesn't seem to want to load, so I can see who to possibly bring in relief for Tiant, but see if we can. See if we can disconnect and reconnect our Wi-Fi here. Alright, so Jim Rice up now, 2 for 3 with a homer. Hit a big 3-run home run in the 4th inning to put the Red Sox on the board. It's going to be off the 6th column of Umbarger. And he'll line out to Bravacqua. So 1 gone in the Red Sox 8th. Let's reload the page here. There we go. So Texas actually beat the Red Sox 3-1, so we can gain another game if we can get a victory here. We can get a little closer to our actual record. As well as Tiant and Matlack went the distance. Tiant with 8 innings pitched with the loss, and Matlack with 9 innings pitched and the loss. And the win, sorry. So Fisk up now. He's 0 for 4 on the day. That 0 for 5 as he strikes out. So Fisk having a rough day at the plate. So 2 down now in the Red Sox 8th. Brings up Butch Hobson. He's 2 for 3 with a run scored. That 2 for 4 as he flies out to Oliver. So that's going to be it for the Red Sox in the 8th. So ahead to the home half of the 8th. Tiant back out there. He'll face the top of the order with Hargrove leading it off. He's 0 for 3 today. And Hargrove gets his first time on base. Gets a walk. Comes Beniquez. And Beniquez, who had been 0 for 3, is now 0 for 4 as he flies out to Rice. So Jim Sundberg up now. Oh, actually, what happened there? Oh, actually, it was ball 4 for Hargrove. My bad. So Hargrove's on first with the 1 down now. And make that runners on first and second as Sundberg, who would have been over 3, walks also. Action in the Red Sox, stirring in the Red Sox bullpen. As Fisk goes out to talk to Tiant. He's back behind the plate. Pitches to Oliver, who's a perfect 3 for 3 today with 3 singles. And they'll finally get Oliver as he flies out to Evans. Hargrove will hold at second. So 2 outs in the Ranger 8th. Bobby Bonds, 0 for 3 on the day. And he's going to walk. So 3 batters who have been 0 for 3 all walk. I'm going to let Tiant pitch to him. All right. Gray strikes out to end the inning. So that was a little scary as Tiant walked the bases loaded but is able to get out of it when he strikes out Gray. Bob Bailey, who nearly hit a home run his last time up, in fact got robbed by Beniquez, is 1 for 3 with a run scored. Also walked. See what he can do here. And he'll ground out to Campaneris. It's 1 gone in the Red Sox 9th. Dwight Evans up now. And he's going to fly out to Beniquez. So 2 gone. Fred Kendall up now, 1 for 4 with a double. And he grounds out to Will. So the Red Sox go in order in the 9th. So ahead of the bottom of the 9th. With the the Rangers needing 5 to tie. And 3 outs away from the Red Sox 4th victory in a row. So Tiant will be back out there. Let's see, he's up to 124 pitches, so maybe not. So let's check and see here. Who needs some work here? Stanley's still below his threshold, so he will give Stanley some work here. The rest of these guys, yeah. So we'll bring in Stanley for his 2nd straight appearance. Got the save in yesterday's game. Tiant's up to 125 pitches, so we'll definitely take him out. So Bob Stanley comes out now, non-save situation. So Stanley comes in with a 3-2 record. Got his 14th save yesterday. 3.82 ERA, 73 innings pitched, 86 hits allowed, 18 walks and 23 strikeouts. Started 3 home runs. So see if he can get a 1-2-3 inning. Says Lowenstein comes up. Lowenstein. And Stanley cannot have a 1-2-3 inning. It's just impossible for him. So Lowenstein gets a base hit. Bump Wills, 2 for 4 with a home run and a double. Flies out. 1 down. And looks like they're going to bring Mike Jorgensen to pinch hit. Jorgensen hitting just 230 at-bats. And he's going to hit with the Duffy. This could be 2 over to Remy for 1. Back to first. Double play, and that'll do it as the Red Sox beat the Texas Rangers 6-1. So 4th win in a row for the Red Sox. Oops. Thankfully it warns you on that one. Let's check out the box score here. So Louis Tiant had a great performance. With the win, goes to 8-5. Lowers his ERA to 4.46. 8 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed. 1 run, it was earned. 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. Only a solo home run to Bump Wills, the only damn blemish. Bob Stanley pitches an inning, allows 1 hit. John Matlack with the losses, now 9-5. 4 1/3 innings pitched, 10 hits allowed, 6 runs, all of them earned. 4 walks, a strikeout, and a home run. 3-run blast by Rice. Umbarger pitched well in relief, 4 2/3, only 1 hit allowed, so excellent relief with 2 strikeouts. Let's see, for the Red Sox lineup, Jerry Remy was 1 for 4 with an RBI. Sam Bowen getting a start in center was 2 for 5 with a run scored. Jim Rice had a big day, 2 for 4 with a run scored and a 3-run homer. Butch Hobson, Colin Fisk 0 for 5. Only Red Sox that without a hit. Actually, no, Evans was without a hit. Butch Hobson 2 for 4 with a run scored. Bob Bailey 1 for 4 with a run scored and almost had himself I think it might have been a 3-run homer there almost. But Benitez robbed him. So Dwight Evans 0 for 4 with a run scored. Fred Kendall 1 for 5 with a run scored. And Frank Duffy 2 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. So the Red Sox survived a horrible lineup there. Actually, beat Texas rather convincingly, 6-1. So let's check out the standings once again here. So the Red Sox pulled to 1.5 games of Milwaukee with the win and the Milwaukee loss. Red Sox have won 4 straight. California has won 6 straight. Milwaukee's lost 2 in a row, so Red Sox just 1.5 games out of first place. The Yankees kept pace with a win, and the Yankees 2.5 games out. California 1-game lead over the Kansas City Royals, who are coming into town next for the Red Sox. And Texas now with the loss 5.5 games out. So the Red Sox will host the Kansas City Royals for, I believe, a 3-game series. And let's see here. Milwaukee got a win, so the Red Sox need a win to keep pace. The Yankees lost, though, so that's good. So we'll see who the Red Sox are going to send to the hill against the Royals. So Rich Gale for the Kansas City Royals will face Mike Torres. So join us in that as the Red Sox take on the tough Kansas City Royals and see if they can continue their 4-game winning streak. So take care, God bless, and we will see you in the next 1978 Red Sox video. Say goodnight, Mr. Brody. Say goodnight to all your fans. Say goodnight. All right, Mr. Brody says good night and God bless. So does Pooh Bear. Good night.